Are you dreaming of a cut flower garden, but you have no idea where does everybody else get all those seeds for the most gorgeous cut flowers? And where do they source their dahlias or their tubers or their corms or tulips or ranunculus? Well, if you're wondering these things, this is the video for you. If you live in Canada, I'm going to share all of the best places for you to get the cut flower garden you've been dreaming of.
Okay, Mommy, it's down to you.
Okay, thanks, Dominic. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I teach cold climate gardeners how to grow cut flowers, perennials, and vegetables with ease. In today's video, we're going to go through my favorite places to get all of the beautiful cut flowers that you see on Instagram and Pinterest, so you can grow them in your very own garden. So if you are from the US, this video is not really for you. However, I will talk about some equivalent places in the US that I know of, but since I live here in Canada, this video is going to be most applicable to my Canadian viewers. The places to source these flowers are going to fall into three different categories. The kind that are dedicated to cut flowers, those that you can order with your vegetable seed order as well, and the small farmers who are likely to just be on Instagram. If you're brand new to the world of cut flower farming, you'll also want to check out this video where I share the 10 easiest cut flowers from seed to get started with. The thing with getting into the world of cut flower seeds is that the most desired things tend to sell out really quickly. For example, most people are probably familiar with Fleuret farms. If you don't get your order in the very first day, some of the varieties are already gone. I know especially the Instagram sellers that I have bought from are often either sold out or sold out of the best things within a day or two. So if there is a place on this list that you want to shop, I highly recommend getting on their mailing list, because then you will know exactly when their sale goes live and you can get right in there and get the stuff that you want. Every year it also feels like certain types of flowers get a publicist or something because they sell out right away, and they're ones that aren't even on my radar. So last year it was eucalyptus. You could not get eucalyptus from any of the main flower places, but then there was the odd place that sold more vegetables, and they still had eucalyptus, but it was really hard to find because everybody wanted to grow it. It was a new trendy thing. Most of the flower sellers and seed companies that I mentioned are going to have their main sale sometime at the end of December to beginning of January. Most of the vegetable seed companies in previous years, their seed sales used to start in the beginning of January, middle of February, but now because it's 2020 and times have a bit different, most of those main vegetable sellers already have their new catalogs up. For those of you more interested in what vegetable sellers are great, I'm also going to do some more videos about my favorite places to buy vegetables from, a little bit about the seed shopping overwhelm that you can find when you get a bunch of seed catalogs in your door, and more. So make sure that you subscribe for that content, and so I can help you get out of seed shopping overwhelm. Okay, so let's start with the flower companies that are dedicated to cut flowers. The best resource, in my opinion, in Canada for cut flower shopping, especially if you want to do your shopping from seeds, is Edgebrook and Stems Farm. It's the same company, just two names, but they have almost every single thing you could possibly want if you are a serious cut flower farmer grower. I also love how they have their website is organized. You can find the flowers by color, by size, by type of flower. It's just really an excellent website to shop from, and they pretty much have anything you could possibly want. If you were looking in the States and you wanted to shop from the Fleuret website, but when you were factoring in the exchange, the extra for the shipping and stuff, the duty, and decided you didn't want to go that route, Edgebrook Stems, in my opinion, is the Canadian equivalent to the Fleuret Flower Farm offerings. Now, of course, some things are unique to Fleuret, like they have their unicorn mix of zinnias and special things that they've developed. But really, other than those things, most things that you would get there, you could also find at Edgebrook and Stems. If you are looking to be a flower farmer and not just doing this in your backyard, say as a side hustle or just for your own enjoyment, then you would want to go to Unicorn Blooms, and that's where you get all the most popular varieties of basically every type of flower that you could want for cut flowers. So Louise does ranunculus, she does dahlias, She does tulips, basically any of those beautiful specialty things you can get from Unicorn Blooms. Now, if you're at the gardener level and you would really like the things that you can get from Unicorn Blooms, then two of my Instagram sellers, which I'll get into later, they actually sell specifically her stock for gardeners, which is incredible for us. For just dahlias, there is the Dahlia Experts, and I've ordered from them before. They're fantastic, have a lot of selection, and it's really nice because you can get those varieties that you would want, but you can order like 1 or 2 tubers. There's no minimum order, and they have all the best stuff. It's really easy to order from. My stuff came in time. None of my tubers were gross or anything, so I had a really good experience with them. I should also mention I am not paid or sponsored by any of these companies to say anything. These are all my own opinions, and I have included companies that I have all personally purchased from. And finally, one of the Canadian companies with the most extensive bulb collection is Bouquets. And when I think of Bouquets, I think of the kind of bulbs and perennials that I would want if I was going to build out my landscape in my yard. But there's still plenty of excellent cut flower choices there. And if you want to sort of double up and have your landscape also provide you with some cut flowers, then Bouquets is an excellent option. They also sell things like tulips and daffodils by the bucket. So if you're on an acreage, you have tons of space, it's an excellent option for you. Next, let's talk about the sellers that it's great to order with your vegetable varieties. So for me, most of the time, what I like to do when I'm seed shopping is pick one main supplier that I'm going to order the bulk of my stuff from. And then the other people that I shop from, I just have smaller orders. And just in my brain, it's more easy to keep track of everything that I need. And for you, you can support whoever you like, however you like. But just if you're like me and want to do sort of one-stop shopping because you're a smaller gardener, then these are the places that I recommend that have an extensive enough collection of the cut flowers that I would want in my garden that I can just get it all done in one place. So the first is an American company, but they do ship to the States. And if you follow any homesteaders or market gardeners, they're just really well known in this space, and I think they need to be included in this video. So that would be Johnny's Seed Company. They have some stuff that's very specific to them, especially if you're a market gardener. There's like certain lettuce varieties and things that are for that type of business. For the home gardener, it's a great collection of stuff. Really, the flower selection is just as good or very close to Fleuret or Edgebrook, and that's not what they specialize in, but it's fantastic. So if you're someone in the States watching this, Johnny's is a really wonderful choice to get your cut flowers from. Now back in Canada, my favorites for cut flowers and vegetables are William Dan, OSC, and Vessey's. I find that it's just one-stop shopping. I can pretty much get everything there. Between the three of them, William Dan probably has the best selection for cut flowers from seeds. The nice thing about Vessey's is that they have a very good perennial selection as well. So if you're looking to do perennial seeds and vegetables, then Vessey's is probably a really good choice for you. And finally, OSC has some things that I just can't really find anywhere else. Like for example, I got my loofah sponges from OSC last year, which they were very difficult to find in other places. All three great choices, one-stop shopping. And last but not least, let's talk about the Instagram sellers. So there are tons of people who, they're flower farmers, they're on Instagram, they have little flash sales here and there for stuff that they grow and they collect. Each of them will kind of specialize in a couple of different specialty flowers. You usually won't be able to get all of your flower needs from these growers, but what you do get is very high quality, and it feels really good to support a smaller business. So some that I've ordered from before are Farm Girl Sask. She mostly does sweet peas, but she also offers tulips and daffodils, ranunculus, and dahlias. Sorry, I said ranunculus, kind of weird, but anyway, it's all good. Antonio Valente Flowers is one of those that is authorized by Unicorn Blooms to sell at the gardener level. I've bought ranunculus from him, and I believe he also has a dahlia sale. And if you go on his website, there's tons of stuff to choose from. Dahlia May Flower Farm obviously sells dahlias, but she has other sales too. I've also bought ranunculus from her. I believe she also has a tulip sale, and her offerings are just gorgeous. One of the newer flower sellers that I purchased from this year is Sarah's Cut Flowers out of Alberta. I have some dahlias coming from her, and I also got all of my ranunculus corms this year, and I might have even got a mayonnaise. I can never pronounce that flower. I'm sure I've pronounced it wrong. I am sorry. If you're looking for other flower farmers that sell things, you can also just look up the hashtag flower farmer, and then you'll find tons of flower farmers. Scroll through, there's lots of flower farmers, and there's somebody in most areas of Canada. And finally, if you're new to this cut flower journey and you need some help planning out your cut flower garden, needing to know the ropes of just what kind of cut flowers to even get to make sure that you have bouquets that actually look good, and how to seed start, I have come up with a wonderful resource for you. It's called Cut Flowers Made Simple. Looks like this. And it gives you everything you need to know. It's very visual, easy to read. And some of my readers who purchased Cut Flowers Made Simple last year were able to even start their own small scale flower farms. I have lots of their photos. You could grow flowers like this, and another one, or even like this. It's a really great program for the beginner flower farmer, someone who's trying to dip their toes into cut flowers. So I hope you found this video enjoyable, really informative, and you know exactly where to go in Canada to find your cut flower needs. If you find any other cut flower growers that you'd like to mention, pop them below in the comments, because we would all love to support small businesses. I also have a whole bunch of resources on shiftingroots.com to help you out with your cut flower journey. You can head over there, and it's right by this tab, and scroll down, and you'll find everything you need to know right all in one easy place. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like more cold climate gardening content, cut flowers, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.
And I made noodle. Bye, guys.
It's a pretty good character.
Bye.